Hey guys, welcome back. I'm back to my normal schedule now. My educational topic, my movie review, and my recap. Going back to our normal schedule, we were talking about movies by S.S. Rajamouli, and we're going to finish off. We talked about all the Bahali series, and now Eega. Let's jump in and just tell you so I can tell you my thoughts on this movie. I just finished watching it. I'm going to try to make a quick review of it based on what I saw watching it. With what is this movie about? The movie, according to the description on Netflix for this movie, the way they explain it is a murdered man, rebirthed as a housefly, seeks revenge on the jealous businessman who killed him, and a chance to reunite with the love of his life. And I think that sums up the story pretty much exactly, yeah. That's exactly what the story is about. It's very, very hilarious movie. When I saw that was the description, I was like, oh my goodness, I can't wait to watch this because it looked hilarious. The movie itself, it was good. It wasn't the greatest. I think that Aw and Bahali are way better than this. Well, with those ones, I was just like, I really want to see more movies like this. With this one, I was kind of like, okay, yeah, I'll watch it. And like by the end of the movie, I was kind of like, okay, it was good. I guess I will review it. With the other ones, I really wanted to review it after watching it. I'm like, oh my goodness, this was incredible. I can't wait to review it. This one, I just kind of was just like, I'll review it because you guys asked me to review it. And that's the reason why I'm reviewing it. There's parts in the movies where I was just like, I don't know if I want to review this movie because it was just kind of, there was this whole weird, I kind of would say, kind of demonic moments in it that I felt like should have been cut out. And by the end of the movie, I was kind of just like, okay, I would still review the movie. I'll just mention that those moments in it, they're not needed. There's just there's this weird character that just appears and then disappears. He's kind of just there to add an extra action scene in, and he's kind of just, he makes two birds attack the main character who's a fly. That's basically the only point of him being in there, is that he's just a part of it. They could have easily cut him out and it would have worked perfectly, and I think it would have been better if they cut it out, because I kind of was just like, this is a little bit weird with its like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't like that part, and yeah, it was kind of weird, and I was first thinking, when watching those scenes, that I wouldn't even bother reviewing the movie because I didn't want to encourage to watch a movie that had stuff like that in it. But in the end, I was just like, okay, the movie's good besides those scenes. Let's just go from the beginning of the movie and I'll just tell you what I think. Starting with characters, none of the characters in this movie is, but the other movies, the characters are likable and I like the characters. None of the characters in this movie are likable. The hero of the story, Fly, is not a good person. He's a stalker, and I don't like it how they have this stalker get the girl. Because of the reason that it was just like, this guy was like stalking her and she was kind of disturbed by him for a while, and then she decided that she liked him instead. It was, I don't know, I didn't like that. That was weird. It was basically, she had two choices between a stalker or this other guy, which the word that's come into mind to describe him I'm not going to say because there might be younger people watching this. But he's kind of the type of person where you're like, basically he wants to sleep around, one of those type of people, and he's always going from lady to lady type person. You have both of these guys are not good guys, and then she chooses the stalker, and then this other guy kills the stalker, and the stalker comes back as a fly, and seeks revenge on him for murder. And for some reason, suddenly right before the stalker dies, the woman just falls in love with him, and then it's just the rest of the movie, she's just crying about how she has lost the love of her life. Just like, you were up until like yesterday feeling creeped out about this guy stalking you. Why are you randomly saying, hey, he's the greatest guy in the world, I can't believe I lost the love of my life and all. It's stupid. So yeah, the characters are not likable. Next thing is that it takes this is like a 2-hour movie. In the first half hour, you just have setting up these characters and setting up how stocky this one character is, and how much of a not a good man the other guy is, before you finally get to the point where the guy gets murdered half an hour into it and it becomes a fly. The next problem is right after he becomes a fly, you're following this fly around. Now, I already knew that guy was the fly, but someone who's just, their friend told them, hey, we're going to put on this movie. So watching it, the guy would be confused when they suddenly, for like 10 minutes straight, you're following a fly around. Why are we randomly following a fly around? Until you realize that he's actually the one character come back to life as a fly. But it was, for a moment, it was just kind of strange how you had, this fly. You're just following around a fly for 10 minutes straight. And all the scenes, there are two scenes when he's being chased by birds. The first time he got chased by birds, it was very anticlimactic. It was very it was boring. There was really just, I've seen better chases in the movies before. It was kind of just okay, there's a chase scene here. I didn't really like that chase scene. I don't think any of the action, the action in the rest of the movies were really fun. I don't think any of the action in this movie was really good, which is sad because you could have had a lot of fun with seeing action with a housefly. What would a housefly do? And I think they did some good jobs with giving him he gets little tiny metal claws on his legs, and also he could stab into the guy and all. He in a second he has a needle and he's chasing the guy with a needle. There's all this different stuff. Yeah, it's but overall the action scene is, all the action is just not that good. It's kind of just Hollywood bland action. One thing that is kind of funny is that they do have this fly live through a lot of things that he shouldn't have lived through, and it's kind of funny because then it's definitely a Tollywood main characters can live through anything type moment where he somehow survives through all this stuff, and you're okay, cool little fly, you can survive anything now. Okay, apparently that's the thing you can do. Okay, fly. And I kind of find it funny that this fly was in car crashes and stuff like that. And one of the biggest things is this movie is really, really funny. This movie is hilarious. It's very enjoyable to watch for the most part, besides those magic scenes and all where you had the one really weird guy come in and he's just doing this voodoo stuff, and I didn't like it. It felt weird, and it just came out of nowhere, and it was kind of pointless to the story. He just did it so he could make two birds make two birds chase the guy for a second, and then the birds get defeated by the fly, and then it moves on to the next scene where the guy's just completely out there again. I don't know. He was pointless to the story. I think they should taking that out. Yeah, the movie overall is very funny. The music in this one is not as good as the other ones. I didn't really find, maybe it's because I was now getting more used to the music in these movies, so it didn't stand out as much, but I feel like the music didn't stand out as much as it did with, especially, the music in that is just awesome. Yeah, the music's not that great. The cinematography, for the most part, is still somewhat good. I don't think it really, stands out as much as the other ones. I think they take, but overall, I think it looks good. This movie is a little bit more like an Ant-Man movie and less like a Baha Ali type movie where, I don't know, it didn't have the fun energy that the other ones did. So overall, guys, if you guys want to see this movie, check it out. It's overall, it's good. It's just not incredible. I liked it. I just don't think it was phenomenal. Anyways, guys, so tell me your thoughts below. Have you guys seen this movie? Did you like it? If you haven't seen it, yeah, you can feel free to check it out. Overall, I would give this movie a good, solid review. It's not bad. It wasn't as enjoyable. I think I was going into too high expectations, and yeah, it was good. It wasn't just not incredible. Yeah, the only thing I would say is if you do not want to see that magic stuff, you can skip past the scenes, or you can just not watch the movie because those scenes are kind of weird, and yeah, I didn't really enjoy them. Overall, guys, yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys haven't yet, please subscribe. This has been the Movie Night Reviewer, Peter Wary, signing off. life.